So maybe there is something to headphone design.
No, probably.
Mind you, I paid a buttload for these. So they want to be well thought out, I would have thought. Never mind. Have you got your Shadowrun session again today?
Yeah, in an hour or so.
In an hour or so. So this might end up being another short one, depending on which other visitors we get.
Mm.
There's only so many things I can say to myself that don't end up getting recriminating, right?
Yeah.
That's all right. It seems that the shorter form of this is the only thing that gets attention. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't think it's hilarious.
203 views for the shorter episode versus 16.
Yeah, something weird must have happened there.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Like, I think maybe somebody had some problems with the browser and refreshed it a couple hundred times.
Yeah.
We got 16 on the one from the 8th of June.
Wow. That was another one where I wasn't really present, wasn't it?
I don't think so. I don't think so. That was the building episode, painting the buildings. So
Oh, yeah.
you were certainly present for that. Anyhow, last week's got 7. So how many times have you watched it?
Not at all, actually.
There you go. I know Grant's been watching them because he asks questions.
Hi, Grant.
I don't think he's watching this one live. Well, he did threaten to drop in, actually. So we'll see. Maybe he drops in. I sent him the Discord link, so if he's got himself Discord, then we might end up with another visitor. It's been a heck of a week. Sounds like you've had a heck of a week too.
Yeah, but mine was self-inflicted.
Yeah, so was mine. Sort of.
To a different end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting to think that I need to get those t-shirts that say not a good corporate fit.
I do have one upstairs that was intended as a joke work shirt.
Right.
A rabid pit bull's face and caution, I'm unsupervised.
Yeah. Nobody at where I work would laugh at that if I wore something like that. They'd all go, yes.
Yeah, that's why I didn't wear it either.
There are some jokes that are just too close to home. Well, I'm packed.
You are packed already.
As far as miniatures is concerned, I'm packed. So,
cool.
Yeah.
So how many armies are you taking? All of them? Starter list wise?
5, I think.
That's
With
all.
also samples from another 2. The one is it 5? So humans, high elves, wood elves, goblins, orcs. They're the 5 full ones. And then I'm also taking samples of the barbarians and the dark elves.
Cool.
So I'm missing dwarves. because I don't have any dwarves painted, and I mean Clee offered to send some
Send
to
them
me
down.
so I could take them, but that just seems like a bit of overkill. So, and I'm kind of out of room in the case too. So
Yeah, fair enough, I suppose.
I'm also taking one each of the Interceptor factions painted, the Vertigom,
Cool.
all the Earthdawn, smaller Earthdawn miniatures, the 2 museum scale Interceptors I painted in the live stream, and the 2 Noble Armada Dreadnoughts that I finished off a couple of weeks ago.
I haven't seen those.
Oh, haven't you?
No.
Let me. Oh, I'm not getting them out. I was going to say, let me show you those. No, I'll send you some photos.
Awesome. You still doing the Instagram thing?
I haven't. I have this love-hate relationship with Instagram, and we're at the hate end of the scale at the moment.
Yeah,
Instagram really can't deal with odd-sized images. So, I crop a lot of this stuff because it's particularly the painter stuff, because it's going to end up as product photo. And as soon as you crop it outside of a 4x3, Instagram just loses the plot. Like very occasionally you'll get away with posting one photo at an odd size, but if you want to do a group, it doesn't work. The interface just fails. So.
Yeah, well, Instagram is a failure as far as I'm concerned anyway.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing.
I mean, now they don't even let you look at pictures without an account. I'm like, you know what? That's the sort of shit that drove me away from Pinterest.
Yeah.
Up yours, Instagram.
Basically. They used to get 3, I think.
Yep. And then it would break. And then it was 1. And then it would break.
Yeah.
Now it's none.
No, it's none. Software. There you go. Couple of pics in Discord chat.
Yep, I see them. They're looking good. I don't really know what I'm looking at because I don't know Noble Armada, but...
Yeah, okay. So the green one's the Almalic Dreadnought for the Almalic faction. If you wander on to the Fasa Games shop and go looking through Noble Armada, you'll find the Almalic fleet. And you can determine for yourself whether or not I managed to come up with a design that fits in with that aesthetic. And the purple one's the Lee Hollande Dreadnought, and that was designed by Ian Stead.
Cool.
And turned into a printable miniature by me.
It's
purple.
It's purple, which I like. I'm just thinking if you chop the front off the green one and put it on the front of the purple one, you get yourself something out of Star Trek.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Yeah.
No, those are cool.
The green one, the design file for the green one has about 9 million polygons in it.
Yeah, well, it'd have to with all those curves.
Yeah. SketchUp is not happy with that particular model anymore. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I forget how many piece model. The main body's in 5 pieces. So you've got the nose, the spine, the rear, and the 2 side pods are all separate. The main turrets are all separate, and the little turrets are all separate.
Cool.
So, Rail Pathra will be casting those in metal. And everybody else that can't see what I'm talking about, you'll get to see these after GenCon, because they're being released at GenCon.
There you go. Go to GenCon.
Go to GenCon.
Meet
Yes. Come and meet me.
Grubby up his miniatures.
Mine are going to be in the display case. However, there will be demo armies there to push around the table. And we haven't had the uptake for the demo games for Demonworld that we might like. So this is a plug to come down and play Demonworld at GenCon.
Intercept it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Although the Interceptor sessions are pretty close to full, so if you want to do that,
Are they?
get in. Yeah, they are.
Interesting, because they weren't last time I looked.
Yeah. Well, that was the impression that I got from the update I got yesterday. But
Yeah, well, I last looked about a week ago.
right. So this is what we ended up with from last week's live stream. The orange and purple.
Yeah, it's a good little scheme.
Yeah, I think they came out nicely.
I agree.
I knocked these out last night.
Knocked them out.
Yeah, Joe was out babysitting, so what's that? It's about 3 hours work or something. So
Jeez.
it's all contrast paint, right?
Yeah, but even still, it'd take me a week to paint all that.
I had a replay of the 24 Hours of Le Mans in the background and just paint one colour after another. This is what we're doing today. A shaggy head priest. Is it a palanquin or is it just a pallet?
I don't know.
Well, yes, anyhow. So, him and his 4 acolytes and his mode of transport. So, I'll reach for the Agaros tunes because Agaros tunes. I'll put some goggles on.
Assembling that thing's going to be a pain.
Yeah, no kidding. Because it sits on these
On the
guys
hands of
have cupped
the four
hands.
carry. Yeah.
So they've got to be put into position, and yeah, it's going to be a nightmare. We'll find out, because I'm hoping. Although, if you're done in an hour, we probably won't get that far.
Do take notes, because I've got something very similar in my Dark Elves that
right.
needs assembling at some point.
Yeah. So
The way I'm figuring of doing it is tracing pencil circles, like assembling it loose, not glued.
Yeah.
Tracing pencil circles around the base, gluing the miniatures in place, and hopefully, oh yeah, pencil marks to show forward and back, and then gluing the stand in on top of them.
So, just sitting here thinking about it, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to blue tack the acolytes in place, and then use PVA to glue the palanquin to the top of them and let it set. Then pick the whole lot up, clean the blue tack off the bottom of the acolytes, and then glue it onto the final piece. I think that's how I'm going to tackle it.
Yeah, I don't use PVA for anything outside basing, but that's actually a better idea, isn't it?
Well, you've got more time.
Yeah.
And you don't end up with super glue burn if things move. I assume you can see what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're painting in shot.
Changes like a holiday, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. That's why I put that rocket assisted mortar together this week.
That looks great. It really looks
Thank
good.
you.
That's actually why I painted the Napoleonics.
Yeah. Because the change is, well, as good as a break.
And, you know, I'm basically running out of time to start a project that goes longer than a week. In fact, I've run out of time to start a project that goes longer than a week. Because
you're off on a plane on Friday, aren't you?
Plane, that's right. On Friday.
What time do you got to get up in the morning for that?
It's an evening flight.
Oh, okay. That's better, I think.
Yeah. It, you know, due to the magic of the international dateline, I get into America late Friday night.
So you're travelling at speed of Earth's rotation.
Yes. Faster, I think. I think the plane leaves, 8 o'clock-ish Friday night from Melbourne, going to Sydney, then Sydney to Hawaii, Hawaii to Oregon. And I think I'm on the ground in Oregon sort of just before midnight Friday night.
Be like a whole day never happened for you.
Basically. But I pay for it on the way home, obviously, because I leave America on the Wednesday and get to Australia late on Thursday. And then have to overnight in Sydney.
I'd be upset at that.
Yeah. It'll just be, I don't know, an airport motel or something like that.
Well, you can't have one of these streams without one of us showing off some prejudice.
I'm not particularly keen on Sydney either. The few times I've been there, I've always left unimpressed.
It's an unimpressive place.
It is what it is. I just don't happen to like it.
It's like Atlanta in America. The only reason to go there is because that's where the airport is. Atlanta being famous for being a Delta hub.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
And it is a joke, folks. We're not serious. Well,
at least Atlanta has the Coca-Cola factory.
I'm thinking I should have done his staff as well. Maybe I'll do it a magical sort of a colour.
Well, like silver.
It has sort of a woody sort of a look to it, right? So silver might not be appropriate, but
well, beech or ash. Or
Yeah.
I just
Maybe.
reach for the wildwood.
That's maybe what ends up happening. So these guys have got swords in scabbards, they've got robes, and they've got cloaks. So it's gonna get. They've also got armor. I don't know if you can see that.
Not really.
They've got
Not at this point.
segmented armor on there. So I thought I'd do purple robes. What do you think?
Yeah, I like purple. Purple robes are good.
I've got 2 new purples. 3 new purples. One of them is called Dreadful Visage.
Someone in the marketing department doesn't like purple.
This one's called Luxion Purple. Which is a very vibrant colour. I might do this sash that runs down here. I might do that a different colour. What's a complementary colour?
For purple? Orange, I think.
Right.
Sorry, I'm just explaining Shadowrun to someone who's in total...
Noob?
Yeah, basically. Someone who professed to know how to make a character and has played, but when they've actually made the character, it's wildly illegal and shows no knowledge of the game at all.
Right.
Look, I like Shadowrun. It's a good game. It's a wonderful setting. But oh my god, it's a dense, complex tome of rules with 30 or 40 dense, complex tomes of rules supporting it.
When you guys are playing 6th?
Hell no.
No?
No. 6th is bad.
So what are you playing?
5th.
5th.
5th is the only one we all understand. Well, aside from the guy who doesn't understand at all. No, 6th is not a well-written edition. It's being written by freelancers, basically, who aren't writing in conjunction with each other. And the editors aren't working together with each other. It's like each freelancer has their own editor. And so the rules that they come up with make no sense in reference to each other.
Right.
And that is a admitted flaw of the game. You've got the head of the errata team at Catalyst saying, "Oh yeah, the none of this is actually written with reference to each other, so that's why things don't gel." Credit to that guy though. He managed to get an errata document out for the core rulebook for Shadowrun 6 before the book actually hit the shelves.
Right.
Like, before it was released, there's already errata for it. Like an 8-page errata document. And it only made things worse. They rushed the game out the door for the 30th anniversary of Shadowrun.
Oh, okay.
It really needed another 2 years of development, editing, playtesting. Like, I don't think it was playtested at all. But I like a lot of the guys, a lot of the freelancers who are doing active writing for it. You got O.C. Presley, and you got Cliff Wright, and you got Rusty Zimmerman. They're all good guys. I like them. I like what they do. But they're not getting, I think, the editorial direction that they should be. I don't know anything about how they write or their NDAs or anything else, any of the behind the scenes. It's just what I see in the published products that, have gone through the process. They're not getting the direction that they should be getting or the support that they should be getting, and that's my opinion. So yeah, opinion rant.
Well, no, an opinion is an opinion.
That's a great purple, by the way.
It is a great purple. Really vibrant colour.
That's not one of the new ones, is it?
It is. It is, in fact, one of the new ones. Because I got all the new ones.
Of course.
I've also got the new shades coming. I didn't replace any of the shades I've already got. And I'm deeply, deeply skeptical about them changing the formula of Null Oil and Agrax Earthshade.
Why change something that's not broken?
Yes, I think the entire world has asked that question. Aside from going from a 24ml bottle to an 18ml bottle and charging the same price.
Oh, fuck. That's a dick move.
It certainly is.
They probably have little weights in the base to make them easier to tip over.
And I think they need to be.
The weights in the lid to make them easier to tip over.
Yep.
Like, seriously, whoever's come up with that pot design needs to be shot 30,000 times. More.
Yeah, I kind of wondered whether the shooting 30,000 times was cause or effect.
Should be both. Like, at least once for every single time one of those pots has been knocked over because of that stupid lid design.
Yep.
Which is admittedly a little bit better than the previous one.
Do you remember the hexagonal pots?
Yeah, that's what I cut my teeth on.
And your fingers, probably.
No, I had a little grippy thing to help me get them open because paint would dry in the screws.
That's it.
Or the threads.
You couldn't get them open.
No.
And then they went to the first edition of the flippy tops, and they were crap.
Yeah,
the current ones are miserable. So.
It's a good thing that they make, attractive miniatures and market them to children, because adults wouldn't put up with this crap.
Yeah, except they do.
Yeah, and only because they were conditioned to as children.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody summed it up for me one day. They said they're not, that the market isn't the adult. The market is
the child in the adult.
No, it's the 14 and 15-year-old with a parent with a credit card.
No, yeah, that's true. Can't see an adult paying $60 for a noise marine.
I can.
I'm still salty about that.
I know you are.
I've got a good right to be.
Clee sent me a joke about the cost of Somebody did an Instagram meme about the cost of Games Workshop miniatures. I didn't understand it. He had to explain it. I apologise for that, for being dense, but it involved Snoop Dogg, so...
Oh, okay. Clear's about my age, isn't he? Just from the sounds of it.
A little bit older. I think
Okay.
setting for his mid-40s.
Fair enough. About my age.
A little bit older.
I feel about that.
Let's not go down that path. Ah, you absolute twat.
So this is good. Starting to lose my voice just before a big long day of talking.
Oh, and Willow's kicking the back door. She's fed up. I don't want to be outside. Why am I outside? Oh, you're outside because you were chasing the cats. Naughty dog.
Fair enough. Damn cats got to be kept on their toes. They
Yeah,
think they rule the place.
I don't mind them on their toes. It's when they're running around on benches trying to escape her, knocking things onto the floor.
Mm.
She's really salty. I haven't done that bit yet. Alrighty.
I should get some of this purple.
It's a nice purple. That was a real problem in the contrast range prior to this release, was there wasn't a good purple.
Yeah, purple is really hard to do, apparently.
The one that they had, the dark one that they had, was just too dark.
Mm.
And the light one was...
Too light.
Yeah, it was... Well, it's just not a pleasant colour from my perspective, too pastel.
Yeah. Well, the speed paint ones are...
Yeah,
One's a bit like this one, but darker, and the other one's that... the pink horror.
the pink horror.
I'm not above buying a pot of paint for an individual miniature if I think it's going to look well. Like with my Eagle Archers, but...
But,
I'm thinking ahead to the dragon I bought.
Right.
Because outside of the critical mass stuff and 20 lizardmen, that dragon is the last thing in that particular box of orders.
Right.
And I'm thinking, I picked up Leviathan Blue for it.
Yep.
Before the speed paints came out. I'm thinking that'd look really good, and some black, and I need something else to set it off. Maybe a bright purple for belly scales or something.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be it.
Yeah. Does your local stock this stuff?
No, they've got a couple of Games Workshop stuffs, but
not the range of contrast paints.
Well, I was going to say it's more like stuff that's been sitting on the shelf for
righto.
several years because, like I picked up 2 pots of Astrogranite from there.
Oh, yeah.
And they're the old Astrogranite formulation, not the new one.
Well, there are 2, and both are current, so...
Oh, No, I don't mean like the names of it, because I picked up one each of regular and astrogranite debris,
Yeah, righto.
right? But they were manufactured in like 2017.
Oof.
They had the yeah. I picked up a new one from not Combat Company, War and Peace,
Yeah.
relatively recently,
Hmm.
because I nearly ran out. And the texture particles in the new one is different.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Yeah.
Right. So that is hide stretched over the wood. So straight from the Agros dunes to the snakebite leather. There's lots of pictures of people showing that they've stocked up on Agrex or null oil or whatever.
You know, I'm going to laugh if the new stuff turns out to be better.
Yeah.
But then again, how do you improve on perfection?
I don't know.
Not that I consider them perfect, but they are useful tools.
They are. They do have their flaws. There's no doubt about that. But they are known flaws, and we know how to work around it. Whereas with the new stuff, now there's a whole learning curve, and it's a third more expensive learning curve.
Yeah. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Old men grumbling.
That's all you're going to hear.
Yep.
Oh, it shows up.
Sensible lady. Waiting until 8:30.
Reasonable o'clock to get up.
Reasonable o'clock.
Missed a bit of wood up here.
So, do I take a drowsiness antihistamine, or do I not, to stifle this little drip that I've got going on?
Depends on what kind of a game you want to play later, I suppose.
Yeah, and the rest of the day after that as well.
Yeah.
Of which will be much digging out a garden and laying brick pavers.
Yeah, right.
I have no doubt.
Do not operate heavy machinery after taking this medication.
Well, it'll all be manual. Better not. Those antihistamines are a known quantity for me as well. Take one and I'm drowsy for 12 hours.
Yow.
They're not even that strong.
So, question is what to do with their capes. Two-tone purple too much?
Probably. I'm thinking I might do black in your situation.
What about the inside? A white or a grey with the outside black?
I don't know. I mean,
Let's
I'd probably
try
do
that.
it like a mono black, but Yeah. I was just casting my mind back to my youth and church.
All right. Oh, you did church.
Yeah, up until I didn't. That's a long story that I don't really feel like going into at the moment.
Oh, no, fair enough.
But Catholic priests, yellow stoles, different stoles for different seasons, but bright purple stoles like that bright purple over a black otherwise. I'm thinking that's where I got the black from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's reasonable. I just want to do a contrast between the inner of the cape and the outer of the cape.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because these guys are well-to-do and their capes are lined.
How well-to-do can they be if they're carrying some bloke around?
Oh, it's a privilege to carry some bloke around. It's an honour.
I just wanted to say how much I appreciated Ross's little joke.
Oh, yeah.
You got to get some putty out and do some alterations to that orc leader's face, I think.
Put some spectacles on it.
Yeah.
Mind you, every comeback, every response I came up with for 20 minutes was, no, you can't publish that. No, you can't publish that. No, you can't
Me
publish that
too. And
either.
that's why I left it to a reaction.
Yeah.
And don't bite the hand that feeds.
No.
Well, Hi, Ross.
Yes, come to GenCon because it'll be Ross's birthday. And we have to celebrate.
Mm. I think that purple would look really good on Dark Elves too.
Yes.
Yeah, haven't yet decided which way I'm going to go skin tone wise, really pale or really dark.
Well, if you're going to use purple, go for a lighter one.
Mm.
Because if orcs can be green, why can't dark elves be purple?
Purple skin tone, eh?
Mm.
Well, that's basically drow.
Yeah. So. This one's called Black Legion.
Another of the new ones, isn't it?
There are new ones, yeah. So. It's got a brown in it by the look of it.
It looks a bit darker than Black Templar.
It's just a different. It's a brown black, not a blue black.
Mm.
It's a warmer.
Oh yeah.
Pretty effective, I think. Would be if I could paint.
Now.
Righto. So that plate in, well, what looks like a plate in there, and that sash. I'm going to do those gold. So I'm going to do that a medium gold, and this a whiter gold. I'll also do these plates here in the medium gold to match the breastplate. See how we go. How long have we got?
A couple of people have said they're going to be a little bit late, so I don't know,
Righto.
15 minutes at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll basically hang out with you until the very last minute.
Yep. Just switch channels.
Yeah, Max likes to put up a 10 minutes warning sort of introductory thing after
Right.
calling start time. I'm like, yeah, okay, I totally get it and why you do it, but I'd rather not have my time wasted if I'm double booked.
Yep.
God, that sounded pretentious.
Well, no,
Sorry.
I don't think so. That would drive me nuts. You know, if I'm in the middle of doing something I enjoy and I interrupt that and then have to kick, you know,
Yeah.
cool my heels for.
That's not what I meant about pretentious, though. I meant the double book comment.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretentious.
I don't think it's pretentious. I double and triple booked in meetings at work all the time.
Yeah, but that's paid. Whereas I'm just some idiot who shows up to things.
The only difference there is pay, because when I'm going to work meetings, I'm just an idiot that's turning up.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, speaking of unpaid and idiots, got a new episode of the podcast coming out on Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we actually managed to record this week, and I banged one out really quickly, which is good because I haven't. Yeah, so we recorded Wednesday, and I edited and completed one episode on Wednesday night, which is good.
Yep.
And it's especially good because Thursday and Friday I did not do a damn thing. Today I'm not going to get the chance, and I wouldn't have had the time to do it tomorrow morning. And then it would have been another 2 weeks. I'm like,
Yeah, well, you got it
So
done.
yeah, you got something to listen to on the plane to cover up boarding instructions and
Yes.
in-flight safety stuff.
Yes. Which reminds me, I need to start transferring media to that tablet.
Good chance to catch up.
Yeah. And I was reminded yesterday, I was talking to somebody, I can't remember who, to take my motorcycle earplugs with me because they've got speakers in them. So you have the advantage of having an earplug, so you're shutting out all of the noise, so that you can listen to things at same volume levels.
Good idea. Asking for more help from me.
Well, the other player.
Yeah. Okay.
What's happening?
So Max has made that guy create a new character instead of having his cheaty one.
Right.
So he's rebuilding it before the game, and creating a Shadowrun character can be as quick as 2 hours or as
Yes.
long as 2 days.
2 days.
I've played one that took me literally 7 different versions, 7
Yeah.
different iterations to get to as close to perfection. So probably 2 weeks of real time.
Yep.
Trying to get it done in the half an hour before game time. Yeah, good luck.
Not so much.
You're starting to lose your voice too. You're not come down crook, are you?
Nope.
Good.
I've just got a frog.
Yeah, frogs aren't that tasty, in my opinion.
Depends on the wine they were steeped in, I think.
Yeah, but then it's the wine that makes them tasty.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like snails. It's kind of textured wine.
But, if you want that, you could just, take your bottle of wine and pour it out into an ice cube tray and add some gelatin.
Yep.
Hey, there's an idea. Wine gummies, but for real. I haven't seen those for sale in ages.
Wine gums.
Yeah.
When I did my sugar binge last weekend, they were on the rack. I bypassed them in favour of the packet of clinkers, but they were there.
Okay.
Bugger. I know I've missed a bit of purple. And that isn't going to be easy to correct.
Yeah, it's amazing how you paint up a batch of miniatures. You get 3/4 of the way through and like, oh, that's not skin tone, that's a shirt.
Well, it's a skin
Done
tone
that a
shirt
couple
now.
times.
Yeah. Like, oh, they're not boots. They're just bare legs.
Those aren't hairy legs. Those are actually fur wrapped.
Fur wrapped, yeah.
Well, there's enough of that in the barbarian range. So I've got a packet of barbarians primed and ready to go.
Mm.
But I'm not really feeling them, so I've just reached into my box and pulled something out at random. ZAS, more critical mass, a unit of drones.
Why not?
Exactly. Green and silver and gold and black.
Yep. Beautiful. Perfect, in fact.
Mm.
Righto.
And 8 individual 20 by 20 bases to texture up and decorate. Because they come in a packet of 8, and they're a three-piece model
Yep.
per drone. So they're probably a really good deal, considering that.
Yeah. I'd say so.
So you've got your flying bases for a lot of your stuff. When you've got yourself a metal flying base, what do you do? Do you paint them black?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Because I have access to the laser cutter, I tend to cut acrylic flying bases. But when
Yeah.
they're solid, like the one that's underneath that Arc Fleet tank, that'll just be black.
Mm.
That has to be a hefty base because that's a heavy miniature.
Yeah, even with it being what, half resin,
It's
3/4 resin.
3/4 resin, but the metal pieces on it, and even the
Yeah.
resin itself's fairly heavy. It's you aren't putting that on a magnet on top of a flying stand. Trust me.
I really like this priest color scheme.
Gold, black, purple.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was thinking for my dark elves.
Yeah.
Like copper, but copper gold. You got a very coppery sort of gold there.
It is. It's a very warm gold, which is the reason for picking it.
Mm. Just seeing you do this makes me think, yeah, that'll actually turn out pretty well. Well, they'll look all right from 6 feet away.
No, they'll look good. They will, you know.
But then what do I do for the weapons? Like gold, purple, black for the armor and the clothing, decorations, etc.
Hmm.
But do I carry that on into the metal weapons? Because they're all carrying around katanas, which is pretty cool.
Hmm.
I mean, they're so Japan themed, it's not funny.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get up for a second and take care of a few bits of business.
No worries.
And I'll be back shortly, and I'm not sure when I'll have to duck out.
No worries.
But I'll certainly be in to say goodbye before I do,
Cool.
if it's quickly. Okay.
See the different coloured gold sash.
Yeah, I quite like that one too.
Wondering what colour I should paint the banner.
No help there.
Wondering if it should be purple.
Probably. So Max has just turned on the stream, and it's the 10-minute warning.
Right.
So I'm going to quickly make a cup of... Oh, no. I'll hang it for a couple more minutes. I'll make a cup of coffee, and then I'll jump over there.
Cool.
But
So,
I should say, at this point, safe travels, and I hope you have a shitload of fun in America.
yeah.
And I hope you get a really, really good response from people attending.
Yeah, thanks.
And if for some silly reason you've got any of those Demonworld prints left at the end, and I hope that you don't, but if you do,
yeah, I'll bring one back for you.
yeah, stick it in the post.
Yeah. Thanks, Matty. I appreciate all of that. It's also worth noting that this will be... There won't be another one of these live streams until I'm back from GenCon.
Couple of weeks.
Uh,
I mean, obviously, you're not going to take your whole streaming setup over to America.
no, I will
That
have
should be obvious.
very, very limited ability to paint anything, I would have thought, other than being at Ross's and repairing demo armies. So
Yeah.
I just won't be. I'll be collecting more things to paint, more likely. I'm still scared about the fact that we're only going to be probably 50 steps from the coarse belly stand.
Well, you could always chain you to the desk.
Yeah. I will be chained to the stand / location for most of the time, because when I'm not doing Etherstream demos, I'll be doing Demonworld demos. Well, hopefully,
Yeah.
if people turn up to do Demonworld demos. There's no guarantees at this point. I might be completely idle in between the Interceptor games. There is always that possibility. I hope not, but, you know, never say never. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'll post I'll post an announcement in the Facebook group when I resume, but
That won't be till probably mid-August.
probably won't be till mid-August.
Right.
Thanks,
I
Matty.
gotta duck out.
Enjoy your game.
Thanks. I'll let you know how it goes later on.
Yeah, cool. And I'll catch up with you soon.
Sure will.
Thanks, mate.
See you, mate. Safe travel.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
So this guy's got armor plate that I've missed. So we come back and do that. And then we'll call it. Oh, and there was a piece back here that wasn't right either. So go back and fix that up. Not him. Oh boy. Oh, that's the purple one. All right. Okay. So we're kind of at this stage. I've got to do skin and hair and gloves and scabbards and pommels and things like that. Oh, boots. Then they'll get a secret sauce. We'll put a fairly large decal on that banner. So depending on what's in colours are in the decal, will determine what colour that banner is going to be. It might be purple, it might not be. Got to do the brazier and everything that's in the brazier. It's a fire, I think, so I'll try and come up with something that looks a little bit like fire. And yeah, then finish off the palanquin. Palanquin, I'm not really sure what it is. We'll do those fringes gold. Actually, I'll do them the other gold. Boy. really don't know what that is. Alright, metal to do on that. Steel colour for the end plates and the rings. And we'll leave it there. Thanks, folks. See you again middle of August-ish. Take care.